Hi everyone, it's Kathy Maxson with Craft Creations by Kathy. So I want to show you today how we go about making our dice for our yard dice game. You use the 4x4 post that you can get at any hardware store. Actually measure, because I know it's not 4 inches, but you'll want to cut it, whatever the width is, you're going to want to cut the height the same. So if it's 3.5 inches, you want to make sure your height so you get a good cube. You can get templates online that you could just line up on your piece of block. And I'm going to use a punch tool and I'm going to punch marks in here. So then we will use our drill press and drill out the holes a little bit. They'll indent them a little. So you want to make sure each side of the die equals 7. So let's get started. Alrighty, we prepped 5 dice, all sides. We did a little poke in them from using our templates. Again, you can find the templates online. We will go and we'll be sanding these once we drill the holes out. We'll be sanding all the edges so these sharp cut edges will be more rounded like the sides. But let's go on to our next step. Okay, everyone, now we're going to drill out the die. Here is, I have 4 of them done, so I just kind of want to show you. So we just got done punching the holes. So now we're going to, we have the drill press set up for the depth we want. And this has a laser, so I'll be able to use the laser and line up my holes and do the drilling. So I'm going to only drill one, just so you guys can see the process. It is a very cumbersome process to, mark everything, drill everything, and then we're going to be sanding everything. But I just kind of wanted to do one and just kind of show you. So you're basically going to line your crosshairs up in that hole, and then when we turn it on, I'm not going to be able to talk because you're not going to be able to hear me, and we're going to do the little dimples that I did on these other die. We're going to do that on this one. So I'm just going to be moving it around to all the markings that I have. Shutting it off in between because I want to be safe. So there we just drilled the 3. So then the opposite side is obviously the 4. Like I said, your die is going to always equal 7 on opposite sides. Now we're going to sand the blocks. I'm only going to sand one because I've sanded and we rounded all the edges on 4. If you have a belt sander, I just wasn't comfortable with how powerful it seemed. So I have my little hand sander. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the one side and then go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just so that I know I've hit all the sides. We're going to sand. We're going to try to, if there's any sharp edges on the sides, we're going to round them down. And also if there is any slivers or anything on the holes, we're going to sand those down. So just, as you were using the drill press and the sander, always wear safety glasses, just so you don't get nothing in your eye. So here we go. I'm not going to talk while I'm sanding, but again, I'm just going to round the edges and do all the sides. And I'm going to start with the 1, and then that way, like I said, I'll know I'll hit all the sides. as you can see, it's really chewing up my my sand block. But I have rounded, I have kind of smooth. I am gonna go hit, because some of these edges are still, I mean, they're not sharp, but you also want to hit your four corners. So I'm just gonna go hit these edges that are on the cut side, because your 4x4 already kind of has the rounded edges along this side. I just kind of want to make sure that these are as round as I can get. So there you go. I knocked those down a little bit more, and then there you have it. So like you can like go around and feel to make sure none of your holes, your dice, your die that you drilled out, make sure there's no sharp edges. But then that's your sanding, and then you can now stain. You can we have done a set where we torched it, and then we just so you can torch longer on the divots, and then those will be darker, and then you can lightly torch the top, and then we just like a polyurethane over it, or like a clear coat spray paint we did, I think, on some of them. But you can stain them. I've stained, I've painted, and I painted the dots, but that's basically the sanding, and there you have it.